What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Buccaneers franchise. It is episode 28, and we are this close to our second season coming to an end. We're in week 15. We have the Falcons. We have a 2-game lead on the Falcons, and we have 4 games left on the schedule, including the Falcons. I mentioned last video that I was not sure if I wanted to watch this game, and to be honest, I'm still not sure. I feel like we have a pretty good picture of what this team is and where we need to go in the offseason. I just think that we need some changes, you know. As much as Trey Lance, you know, we can say, hey, his awareness is what's holding him back. And I agree. I 100% agree. But we have not been able, in 2 years of upgrading, been able to get him above 70 overall for an awareness rating. He started with 65. It's not like he had 50. We have had very difficult times getting awareness upgrades on this quarterback. And quite frankly, I just don't know how much longer we can push the issue. I think there's sort of a general consensus between everybody, you know, you guys watching and me and myself, that Trey Lance might not be the guy. The one thing really hinging on the fact that we might need to move on from Trey Lance, or we should, is the fact that it's a rookie, it's a contract year for him. That's what's really making this sort of an issue. If this was his 3rd year of his 4th year or whatever it was, where he was already under contract, this I don't think would be as big of an issue to me as it is. But because he's in a contract year, I have to decide on what to do with him. I don't have the option of giving it another year and seeing what happens. And this man wants an $88 million contract to stay here for the next 4 years. Now, is that a huge contract in the quarterback world? No, it is not. But is that a huge contract for a quarterback that we're not even comfortable with every game without having to worry about some shenanigans happening? It is. And that is where I feel like it's time for us to find a different quarterback. And now, for all I know, we could have a completely different success plan in the playoffs and things could look completely different. But at this point right now, I just don't see Trey Lance being the starting quarterback of this Tampa Bay team next season. Not with the quarterbacks that we know are in the draft. Hell, not even with the quarterbacks we know are out in the stratosphere. You know, we're thinking about the Eagles quarterback, Dontrell Samuel, the guy that we saw earlier this season, who played tremendously well and is not anywhere near what Trey Lance is yet and is on a cheaper deal. Now, of course, that would probably cost quite a bit to get him, even though the Eagles already have Jalen Hurts, because he's still a young rookie quarterback with a development trait. But the fact remains, there is a lot of other options on the table here, and all of them point to a less expensive, less risky opportunity than what Trey Lance gives us. Yeah, it's crazy to see. He's only 24, right? I know he's got plenty of years left. What I'm trying to say, we have a quarterback right now with a lower awareness rating than I think some of the guys that are in the rookie class right now in their rookie season. And if that is the case, if a guy like Tyler Chambers, like Everett Roper, can come in here and have a 72, 73 awareness in their rookie season, how am I supposed to say no to that? You know? And you look at the rest of his ratings are good. It just comes down to the contract he is requiring right now to stay here. And his interest is really low with us, which means we're going to have to overpay to keep him, which means it's not an $88 million contract. It might be a 90, 92, hell, $95 million contract by the time it is all said and done. And I am not comfortable putting that kind of money in Trey Lance stock. I'm just not. You know, it was a fun experiment. I was hoping to get a quick fix at quarterback, but I just don't think it's going to happen. And when you consider that we know, based off of the latest mock drafts, that these quarterbacks are going to be available for us when it comes time for us to pick, or they're at least really attainable for where we're going to end up being in the draft, it makes too much sense to draft a new quarterback. It just does. Whether that's Roper or Chambers, or hell, even maybe Magana. Maybe Magana comes through and I'm like, you know what? That's the guy. Maybe Stevens. Once we can unlock more of this guy, I don't think so, because I looked at some of his ratings and some of his spreads aren't as good. But even at that point, we potentially have 4 quarterbacks that can come in and give us close to what we have right now in Trey Lance. Some of them obviously not the running portion of it. But the running portion has never really been a game changer for us either. It's come out in some games, very few and far between games where it's an active part of the game plan. Speaking of the draft, I mentioned a couple weeks ago in a video about a spreadsheet that I'm working on, and I am working on it. It's just taking a little bit longer to put together than I thought, but I do have some of it up here that I can show you guys so you can see what it's going to look like and if it's something that you guys want to use. And I'm also going to do this every season. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this link in all the videos so that you guys can follow along with the draft class and you can see all of this stuff all the time, instead of me just telling you guys this 3 of the 10 videos a season, right? It'll help cut down on time we have to spend talking about them and really deep diving them, because all the information will be available, and it'll be more of just a general discussion about bouncing different ideas and building the favorites list. So let me show you guys that. All right, so here is that list that I was referring to. You can see here at the bottom, I'm gonna have a tab for every single position, and this is how far I've gotten so far. So I have quarterbacks done, running backs done, fullback. I'm only doing the ones that are draftable right now. So that's why there's only 1 on fullback. Wide receivers are done. Tight ends are almost done. I started working on that yesterday a little bit. It's not fully completed yet. But what I did here is I picked information based off of each position and I put it into this sheet. So for quarterbacks, it's not as important to know every one of their physical traits from the combine as it is for running backs. So for quarterbacks, I just have throw power. And to make up for the room that I'm not showing all the other stuff, I'm just putting their quarterback type here. Obviously, if they're a scrambler, they're going to be able to run. And Madden doesn't make scrambling quarterbacks that are slow. So you guys get to, okay, this guy's a scrambler. We know what he is. But the reason I did this is because I want to be able to put these guys against each other and see exactly who is an overall better prospect. And you can look right here. I have them all color coded. So anytime we put something in, so if this guy is, if Everett Roper is poor to marginal, his color will change to reflect what I put for the colors. So it's going to be something really cool. I will make this available for everybody once it's done. I'll have every position broken down in here, and all you'll have to do is follow the same protocol that I'm putting here. So great to elite, good to great, B's, A's to C's. I even have like mixture colored for the ranges, like A to C you see is like a very light green, almost a white, because I don't really know what to put there. I don't want to put green. I don't want to put yellow. So, and you can just sort of use it almost as like a heat map, if you will. And that's what I'm doing here. So looking here at Everett Roper, you know, he looks pretty good, but then we mentioned this last video. Look at Tyler Chambers. He's got a lot more green, a lot more green. The only thing is his stamina, which isn't something I would be that concerned about in a quarterback. But what I am concerned about is this play action difference, this throw on the run difference, this injury difference, carry difference even. Everything up here is pretty much the same. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Tyler Chambers. I feel like he might be the best quarterback prospect. We have both of these guys on lock, which allows us to know exactly what their grades are. But then looking at the rest of these guys, you can see that there is a pretty big disparity still here with Pat Stevens. We don't know what his situation is going to be. He could have a bunch of green here. He also could have a bunch of orangish color or yellow color. So there is still some stuff that we have to find out. Same with the running backs. A very mixed bag this year. You can tell there's not a lot of just solid green across the board for any running back, especially in this category here with all of their actual ratings. Not a very star-studded class. Deron Andrews, the fullback, looks pretty good, right? Wide receivers, there's some pretty good prospects across the board here. So this is what I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and I'm hoping that you guys are like, I'm hoping that you guys use it, and I hope you guys will follow along with the drafting as I'm going through the season and telling me what you guys think of certain prospects, you know, because who's to say I'm going to end up talking to you guys in depth about Matt Bolden, but maybe one of you guys looks and you're like, hey, you know what, man, this guy's got a lot of good greens right here. And yeah, he doesn't have a lot of great stuff in this area, but we know he's going to have really good break tackle, and we know he's good at agility. So what about his kick return? Maybe he's good at kick returning or something, you know, those kind of things. Maybe I don't catch that stuff. Maybe you guys do. I'll be looking through this stuff as well outside of just, you know, filling the information in. But I want to try to find a way to make you guys feel more involved with everything and up to speed with everything. Because sometimes I get into a mode for something, or I'll get into my routine with the games, and I'll completely space on talking about some of this stuff, and I don't want to do that. But I realize that it's a fault of mine, and I'm trying to overcome that by giving you guys something more to look at, to follow along. And I will update this as I'm going through the process to fill in, like if we unlock somebody for their talent here, if we get more percentage of their scouting done. I will update this like I did for the quarterback already, because this was started way before we unlocked these guys. If you guys are looking to use this on your own, once I release it, you're going to have to make your own copy of it. So you're going to go to File, and you're going to make a copy for yourself. This is using Google Sheets. You could also export it or save it or download it. And I don't know if it's all going to carry over to Excel. I use Google Sheets, so I don't know if like the data validation stuff that I have here to form the colors automatically will carry over properly to Excel, so I can't promise that. But if you use Google Sheets, always make sure you make yourself a copy. This one is not going to be editable for you guys, because I don't want you guys messing with my stuff, obviously. But you'll be able to follow along and see what I'm doing for updates, as long as you have a copy of this link. And then, like I said, just make your own copy if you decide that you want to use it on your own. But now it's back to the franchise that we're having right now. I don't think I want to play this game. We have a 3-game lead over the Falcons right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sim us to week 16 and see what we get. All right. I think that just secured, it did. That just secured first place for us. That was big right there. We get the win, 33-18. View playoff picture. Let's see where we're at. All right. So we are sitting at the 4th seed. So looking over in the NFC, we know that these are the main teams right up here. We have the Vikings at 12-2. They're the number 1 seed. The Eagles right behind them at 10-4. The Seahawks right in front of us at 9-5, and us, of course, at 9-5 as well. The Cowboys are right below us. They are going to be a wild card team because of the Eagles situation. And if the Eagles wrap up the division, we already know that the Cowboys are going to be below us. And then once it's there, it's a 2-game drop off. So there is potential room for us to maybe jump to 3rd seed if the Seahawks falter or the Eagles falter, maybe even a 2nd seed. Who knows? I'm just going to sim to the playoffs, and I think that's where we're going to pick things up, because honestly, I think we already have the South wrapped up. We would have to go on a complete 3-game skid, and the Falcons would have to, actually it's impossible, because we have a 3-game lead over the Falcons. We have both tiebreakers. We have both head-to-heads over them, and there's only 3 weeks left. So even if we lost out and the Falcons win out, we still hold the tiebreaker for head-to-head over them. So yeah, I think this is a wrap on the season. Let's just get to the postseason. All right, guys, we have made it to the playoffs. We ended up finishing with an 11-6 record. We won 2 of the last 3. And let's take a look at this playoff bracket. It's going to be the Vikings at the number 1 seed. Let's go Vikings. The Cowboys ended up squeaking past the Eagles with a late season surge to take the 2nd seed. We then took the 3rd seed. San Francisco took the 4th seed after upending the Seahawks, who were at one point the 3rd seed, I believe. Yeah, because they were the division champs at one point. Yeah. And then the wild card teams are the Eagles at 5, the Seahawks at 6, who we are playing, and the Packers at the 7th seed. And over in the AFC, the Bills are the number 1 seed with the Chargers at 2, the Ravens at 3, the Colts at 4, the Chiefs 5, Bengals 6, and the Dolphins at 7. And we have a couple of scenarios this week. The first one I want to see, though, is the one for one last hurrah. I have a feeling somebody on this team is retiring at the end of the year. Coach, I wasn't going to say anything, but it feels like this might be it for Lavonte David. Wow. I talked about it at the beginning of the year, and it felt like this could be coming. This could be some extra motivation and fire we need for a deep run. So because Lavonte David is set to retire at the end of the season, we are going to have a +10 for all of our players for morale. That is big. That actually gives us a pretty big advantage heading into the playoffs. And that also answers our linebacker story then. Now we know that David is not going to be back. I don't have to worry about trying to come up with a contract for him. And we know Anthony Moore, and now that we know he's a superstar X Factor, if he keeps it, on the roll, he might not keep it, we'll just take over alongside Devin White, and that will be our new tandem. The weak link. Let's discuss our potential weak link. Coach, you find yourself in the playoffs despite fielding a defensive unit near the bottom of the league in the rankings. What do you need of them this week? Well, we're playing the Seahawks. I think we need to create pressure. I want to see those guys up front wreaking havoc. We need to get some sacks and be creating constant pressure to disrupt their entire offense. There we go. We got to get 3+ sacks on defense this week against the Seahawks. Now let's take a pit stop at the final season statistics for the team. Trey Lance, look at that. He ended up getting about 8 more touchdowns, it looks like, and 3 more interceptions to finish 31 touchdowns to 9 picks, just shy of 4,500 yards passing, a final rating of 97.8. Now, some of you might look at this and be like, why are you even considering getting rid of Trey Lance? And it's not the sim stats that's what I'm concerned about, guys. And you guys know this if you've been following. This man likes to throw the game away sometimes, quite literally. Or our lead away. So he can have a decent passer rating. He can have all these touchdowns. But I know the truth. I watch the truth. And I just don't know if he's going to be the guy. Running wise, that sort of actually fits perfectly. Rachaad White, 1,480 yards, 8 touchdowns on the season. He had himself another big year. Trey Lance, 352, 3 touchdowns. Taquan Samuel, almost 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. He was more of the bell cow for the goal line and the short yardage situations, which makes sense why his average is so low. Receiving, even though he didn't end up getting any more touchdowns, or many more touchdowns, I should say, he did end up being our leading receiver. 91 catches, 1,344 yards, 3 touchdowns for Chris Godwin. But look at Taylor Wharton, the man we know as the potential rookie of the year, superstar X Factor, 1,033 yards, 92 catches, technically our leading receiver in that category, 11 touchdowns on the season. Quez Watkins had 10 touchdowns, but James Blake did have 752 yards. So it's not anything to hang your hat on. I think it was a pretty decent day, but Quez Watkins came in out of free agency and he balled. All right, I feel bad for Trey Palmer because he had a decent season last year and I thought he was going to take another step, but it was apparent early on that Quez Watkins just gave us a little something different at that 3rd spot, and I could not take the job away from him after he had clearly shown that he deserves it. In the future, there will be plenty of time for Trey Palmer to get better and to eventually take over that spot. Defensively, Devin White ended up leading us in tackles, sacks. Frankie Louvu had 8.5. Jermaine Johnson with 6. Vita Vea, 4.5, along with Kalijah Kancey. Isaiah Rodgers with 3.5 on the season, and then we had a few at 3. Timmy Baker had 3. Oh, that's nice to see. Levante David and William Golson with 2, and then a couple guys with just 1. Interceptions. Carlton Davis finished the season leading us with 3 interceptions. David and Winfield with 2. Louvu and Rodgers with 1. Any more fumbles? Oh, not many more. Maybe 1 more? Not too many. Yeah, I think we saw all of these. And now this week, we are going to be taking on the Geno Smith-led Seattle Seahawks. Geno had quite a similar year to Trey Lance, but he had much better completion percentage, 4% better, and his rating ended up being 104.3, 34 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. Didn't have as many passing yards as him. Rushing wise, Kenneth Walker III, 14 touchdowns on the season, 1,184 yards. Geno Smith actually getting involved with the ground game a little bit as well. Receiving, DK Metcalf leading him with 1,100 yards. Tyler Lockett right behind him, also leading with 4 touchdowns with 10. Jackson Smith-Njigba is at 9 touchdowns, 770 yards. And so it looks pretty much similar to what we see. We have our top 3 receivers in order, and then our tight end, and then it sort of, goes down to the running game and whatnot. So the sim stats are very predictable for the most part. And then defensively, Caleb Christie, this was a rookie linebacker that we were looking at in the draft. He ended up finishing as the leading tackler on the team. And let's see him. He had star development, 6 foot 232. He is actually going to be out this week. Big time injury there for a potential defensive player of the year candidate. He also had 8 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, and 2 interceptions. Their leader in sacks was Uchenna Nwosu. I've probably said that wrong. I'm sorry. Jaron Reed, Draymond Jones both had 4. Dorrance Armstrong with 3.5. Caleb Christie, like we said, 1.5, along with Jordan Williams, another rookie at D tackle. He was actually picked 7th overall. So honestly, probably a little underwhelming of a rookie season for the D tackle. Caleb Christie also led the team with 2, tied with Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs. And then Trey Brown, Devin Bush, and Kobe Bryant, and Devin Witherspoon all had 1 interception on the season. And then they had roughly the same kind of fumble situation. A couple guys with 2, and then a lot of players with just 1 forced fumble. And they didn't even recover half of them, it looks like. So now looking at the Seahawks, we know that this team likes to run the ball, right? It's the Seahawks. Their playbook hasn't changed in like 8 years. Want to go inside run. The reason for that is because we've gotten burned going in other areas at times, and I don't want to end up being that situation. They have a great running back that needs to be accounted for. He's the focal point of that offense, in my opinion. So we have to assume he's going to get the rock. And then on the offensive side, I feel like I want to run it on both sides. I feel like when we are at our best when Rachaad White is doing his thing. So we're going to go run inside for offense. And then for our weeklies, we are going to do sack the quarterback 5 times. Obviously, we need to get at least 3, so why not give that as one of our goals for the week? I want us to shut it down. I'll allow 20 points or less. We're going big or going home. 350 yards of offense. And I'll go win turnover battle. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and do these mini games for the players, and then I will see you guys for upgrades, because I haven't done them in quite a while, so I have a feeling we're going to have quite a few upgrades to do. All right, here we go. Time to upgrade some players, and it looks like Timmy Baker is at the top of the list because he's going to get 2 upgrades. That is awesome. Love it. And we're going to do both of them right to run stopper. I think that's important. Get that up there. Once he's an established run stopper, we'll continue working on that power rush and speed rush. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to go 1 power rush. Yeah, I'm going to go 1 power rush. I want to try to keep that balanced. 1 acceleration, that's big. Block shedding, so still run stopping. Power move and 2 awareness. Love to see it. Carlton Davis is also going to get 1. And I think for him, he's actually pretty balanced. So I'll just go straight to man. Give him a little boost because of the scheme fit. Good there. Taylor Wharton, our new X Factor wide receiver. I think I'm going to stick with this deep threat here. I really want to get that deep threat. And he's close to another one. Oh, yeah, he's going to get 1. He got 1 to speed. Look at that, guys. Awareness, catching, deep route, medium route, and 1 to speed. So now, 93 speed, 90 acceleration. We just need to get that excel up like just a teensy bit, and this guy is going to be special. James Blake, the tight end. We're going to go possession for him. And he will get 3 awareness, 1 run block, and 2 to short route running. Jermaine Johnson gets 1 as well. Once again, goes straight to speed rusher. Awareness, finesse, and 1 to zone coverage. I like that they fit that in there because that is still important since he's a stand-up in our system. Trey Lance is also going to get an upgrade. And, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, because somebody mentioned this in the comments about upgrading something other than field general, I'm going to upgrade Scrambler. And I'm going to see if that helps him get anything different. Maybe we get some awareness out of him. Nope, nothing there. Break sack, carrying, throw accuracy mid, throw power, and throw under pressure. Elijah Cansey, he has had a very quiet season after a pretty dominating rookie season. So I'm not sure what we should expect from him, but we're going to go run stopper again. Because I'm trying to balance that out. 3 play rec, awareness, acceleration, that's good, and tackle. Now we're getting down to the lower tier players, the ones that we're trying to build up, Paul Bronson being one of them. I'm really excited to see what this guy can do if he keeps getting better and better. I've been working on him all season. Here we're going to go slot because I'm just going to let the game decide what it wants to do. It's probably going to do man coverage, but it also is a good one to get play recognition, which is what he needs. And we'll get it. We'll get 1 awareness, 1 play rec, 2 to man, and 2 to press. Cody Mouch, the left guard. He is going to get 1, and we are going to do... what does he really need? Pass block is what he's really down bad with, and awareness. Let's just go pass block, and hopefully we can get some awareness out of it too. We don't. Okay, I should have saw that coming. Zonovan Knight, the running back, we decided to keep over Sean Tucker because he was being a punk. Zonovan Knight's not a punk, though. He's ready to rock. He's ready to stay. There we go. He gets 1 to excel. There we go. Now he's got 90 excel. Trey Palmer going to get an upgrade, and we are going to do slot. Yes, if we can get his slot up, that will be his ticket to getting on the field more often next season. Derek Green. We're just going to stick with power rusher. 2 to agility. Okay, you don't see that too often. Play rec, power move, strength, and tackle. Servacia Dennis. One of those two is the way you say it, I think. He's middle linebacker. We're going to go field general for him. Oh, look at that. Gets a morale boost from that one, so he's technically a 72 now. 3 man, 3 awareness, and 1 to pursuit. That is a pretty good upgrade. Yaya Diaby is the next one. And same with him. I'm just going to go straight to power run. Makes the most sense. Play rec, tackle, 2 to power. Okay. Nathan Gibbons is going to get another one. And for him, what does he need? I really like him as a future project, man. I really do. He seems to be pretty balanced across the board. I think for him, we want him to be a physical receiver, so I'm going to go ahead and do physical for this upgrade. Still gives him an overall boost overall. 2 catching traffic, medium, and spectacular catch. Okay, good. Jeff Benson, he was our kick returner, and he didn't get a lot of like touches outside of that. He just didn't really seem to get... He didn't have a chance, right? He really needs deep route running and release really bad. So I think, if anything, I'm going to go deep threat for him here. Try and get some of that up. If he wants a chance to make this team, he's going to have all that stuff, you know. Awareness, 2 to catching, 2 deep route, and a medium route. And last but not least is Kayvon Merriweather, the free safety. And we're going to go straight to zone. Awareness, pursuit, and 2 to zone coverage. Guys, why didn't you tell me I had 159 staff points? Like, come on. How am I supposed to remember this stuff? We got some points to spend here, and I feel like this is a time where we really need to get this player personnel thing started here. So I feel like we should get the recruitments ones done. So let's do that. We'll get each one of these. So that was 5% discount on players under 80 overall re-signing. And then this one is likelihood of centers signing in free agency. We're gonna go left guard and right guard. And then this one down here is defensive tackles. We don't need that. Free safeties, we don't need that. But we can do this for user draft picks. I think that's one we want to do. And then we'll have room for 1 more upgrade. We can do guaranteed trade package for current user pick. Okay, that would be a good one. Or we could get a 4% trade discount on CPU draft picks. Ooh, that's tough. That is tough. I think I'm going to do the guaranteed trade package in case we want to trade down. There we go. All right. So we got starting to get a little bit of rhythm here with the personnel, which is good. Yeah, I must have been neglecting that for a few weeks, guys. Some of you were very adamant about me showing that, which is, hey, it's all cool for me. I have to do it all. I find enjoyment in it. So the ones out there who were like, hey, show us this stuff. You're probably like, dude, look at all them points and you're not spending them. What are you doing? I would have said the same thing. So now that we have all of that stuff out of the way, it's pretty much game time. All right. I just want to take a quick peek at the injuries. We are completely healthy, and the Seahawks are, wow, not. Okay. So Draymond Jones out for this week. Devin Bush out. Tariq Woolen is out. Anthony Bradford and Caleb Christie. So that is 2/3 of their linebacking core is out. Their starting corner, an offensive and a defensive lineman, all out this week. I think that's everything. Finally, Feels like I've been doing that for a while. All right, guys, it is time for our first playoff game of the season. Wild card round in Tampa versus Seattle. Let's get to it. All right, here it goes. Seattle is going to start with possession. And we saw the stats, 4,300 yards, 34 touchdowns, 10 picks for Geno Smith. A career resurgence for him here in Seattle. After many wrote him off. Promising rookie, got destroyed by the Jets organization, and then found new life with the Seahawks and has him here in the playoffs for, I think, 2 out of the last 3 seasons since he has gotten here. And they'll open up with a short run to Walker. Second down, they're going to go back to the air. And right away, we get that pressure. Vita Vea, and Derek Green is already hurt. Well, I did make an adjustment. So now what we're going to see is we're actually going to see, we should see Timmy Baker fill in for him now. 3rd and 18. Big play here. Empty set for Seattle. Geno back. He's got time. Fires over the middle, and he's got somebody. I think that is, yes, Tyler Lockett. 27 yards. Yeah, I'd be mad too if I were you, man. Why? Just why? That's what I want to know. How did we give up that many plays there? And, oh, off target there on this second throw. Just a weird way to open up. We put them all the way back in 3rd and 18, and then defense goes ahead and gives up 27 yards. Not a good look. And here we go. Geno over the middle. He's got, I think that was, yeah, Smith-Njigba for a big gain of about 10. They're going to mark him just shy, 3rd and inches. And let's see if they're going to go to Kenneth Walker here. Oh, no, they're going to split him out wide. Okay. Going for the pass. Got to watch for them underneath routes here. Geno finds it, and Fant can't hold on. And now it's right away his decision time. Do you go for it or just punt it? Obviously, by Trey Lance running on the field, you know what decision they went with. They decided to punt it. So out comes Trey Lance. You know, and I think I gave this guy adequate opportunity. So unless this guy comes out here and just throws the ball beautifully for all 4 quarters, I just don't see me changing my mind. We're going to be backed up at the 13 to start. Lance takes a snap. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to run with it. Diving forward. Gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Big set in. Samuel in the backfield. Play action to him. Lance underneath to Otten, who makes the catch, turns upfield, and he'll have himself the first down. And this time we'll go to Rashad White for his first carry, and he'll take it for 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Right back to White, and he gets the first down and more, running right past Quandre Diggs, who looked lost there inside of the gap. I'm not sure what happened, but hey, happy for it. Diggs turned around like, where the hell did he go? 1st and 10. Samuel now in the backfield. And it's going to be another pass. A dangerous throw to Watkins, but somehow it works. I swear that corner, that Witherspoon it was going to pick that off. But Watkins is able to spin around and find the ball behind him. And, yeah, that was a dangerous throw. But, hey, I'm happy it worked. But, geez Louise, already making me hold my breath. 1st and 10, Lance back, looking over the middle, and open. Godwin, he makes the catch, falling to the 10. And right away, our offense coming out hot like it has before. And this has never really been the concern. Our offense always seems to start out pretty hot. Play action. Underneath Parham. Quick gain of 5. The pitch to Samuel. Samuel breaks off of 1, but can't get past Jerron Reed. He's going to end up losing a yard. I'm not a fan of the pitch plays. They worked for a little bit last Madden, and now they don't work anymore, usually. 3rd and 6, we pretty much need a touchdown. Lance looking to do it with his feet, and he will. Walks in untouched. And just like usual, we're going to put the first points on the board. Seattle back out on offense after that opening drive that stalled out near midfield. And Geno immediately almost throws an interception to Levante David. I think he was trying to catch us slipping there and just not paying attention immediately, but David, being the veteran he is, was paying attention the whole way through. And Geno now underneath, and he throws an interception. That time it's Carlton Davis, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown Tampa Bay, pick 6. And just like that, 2-score lead for us at home. He almost did on the last drive. This time he tried it again, but this time the Metcalf, and Davis has been so close to an interception all season, multiple times, and hasn't been able to hold on. Finally gets it there, and it's in one of the biggest games of the season so far. 14-0. You guys are curious if I sounded a little off or off-timed with that interception play. It's because I had to work this weekend, so I got home and I wanted to record right away. And I literally am I was just watching that kick return or punt return for a touchdown when the Houston-Baltimore game. Got a little off. I have it on my other monitor, so I'm trying to sort of do both at one time. And yeah, it almost backfired on my commentating, so I apologize about that if it sounds weird. But here we go, 2nd and 3. Quick one over the middle to Lockett. Yeah, and he's going to get it out to the 28. I don't know about you guys, man, but I'm sort of rooting for the Texans. I don't know. Obviously, by the time this video comes out, I'm going to know whether they advanced or got eliminated. But to see the Texans do such a quick turnaround, I think that's awesome to see. And because I spent all of Madden 23 using the Texans, I just sort of have a little bit of a soft spot for them, right? I want to see them do good. And so yeah, I'm sort of pulling for the Texans in this playoff since I don't really have a horse in the race at this point. 2nd and 12. Geno quickly sidesteps and finds an open Noah Fant. That was a beautiful throw, man. That is some seriously good quarterback play from Geno Smith. Stepped out of harm's way, immediately fires a rocket into his tight end for the first down. And now it's a handoff to Walker, pushing the pile forward for 5 yards, his best run of the day. Let me know down below, who do you guys got winning it all this year? All right, winning it all. My heart says it's going to end up being Baltimore and San Francisco again. Oh, another big throw over the middle, and it's down to the 33. You know, I just have a feeling that San Francisco is going to pull through. I know, everybody's like, oh, the Lions are doing good. The Packers turned it around. Oh, my gosh, you never know. I just feel like it's still San Francisco's conference to lose, man. I don't know. Especially now with the Eagles being out. They had an off year. That's my thoughts. And then the AFC, so many question marks outside of Baltimore, in my opinion. Oh, look at that double move by Walker. Gets it down to the 26. That was a nice run. So it's sort of weird watching this one because I'm sort of hoping the Texans win, but I have a feeling the Ravens are going to win. They've looked really good on defense so far this game. Big run there, stuffed by Jermaine Johnson. What can we do on 3rd? What a play, and it's Paul Bronson gets in there and breaks up the pass. Elevated to 4th corner this week, and he works it, gets the 4th down, and will force a field goal here at least to stop their momentum on offense. It's up, and it's good, 14-3. Seattle finally on the board. All right, so we had a great opening drive, and then, of course, that awesome interception for the touchdown from Carlton Davis, and now we're going to go right back to the air, and it looked like Wharton had a chance at it, could not hold on. I'm not sure if he is already out of bounds and just overthought it or if he dropped it, but either way, it's 2nd down. We're going to go back to this single back look. Lance looking underneath for Wharton. That time he's able to hold on, and we'll get very close to the 1st down. 3rd and inches, and we're going to go empty set ourselves here, just like the Seahawks did on the opening drive. Now, let's see, can we make it work? Quick one, caught James Blake with the catch. And that play ended the 1st quarter. Here we go, quick blitz by Seattle, almost gets home, but Lance able to find Godwin down the left side for a quick pickup of 7. Pistol look on 2nd and short. Hand off to White. And right away, he finds the lane, gets the 1st down. 3 carries, 28 yards. Here we go, another handoff for White. And he just gets through the lane so quickly. It almost looks effortless at times as he makes it another first down. Gonna go back to the air. Lance looking for Watkins, and yeah, that was a good hit. We'll stick with the air. And look at that, a wide open Wharton down to the 21. I love watching Taylor Wharton work, man. I just envision this guy being like the best receiver in the league in a couple of years. I really do. And if we can secure Rookie of the Year, he's going to get a really good upgrade boost as well, I think. Short one to Otten for a gain of 2. Here we go. Oh, Lance going to the end zone. It's incomplete. He wanted to give Wharton a chance, but they had double coverage back there. Third down. I like that he's given him an opportunity, though. I do like that. And Lance now on 3rd and 8. Pushed out of the pocket. Got to do something. He throws it away. And we're going to take the 3 points to make it a 17-3 game. All right. Well, we regained the 14-point lead. And now Seattle back on offense. Geno steps right. Fires over the middle of Lockett, who's wide open. And he's dragged down by David at the 43. Geno, oh my God, I thought that was picked. Bronson was right there. I don't know how he doesn't get that interception. Somehow Fant is the one who hauls it in and gets 8 yards. That was close. Play action. Another quick one on underneath routes. And Smith-Nigba out to the 35. What is his nickname? JSN? I think that's what everybody calls him. I'm just going to call him JSN. That's way easier to say. And Geno with another play action, and he's going to throw it away. We got the pressure there quickly. That was a smart decision. We got to try and get a blitz home, though, because he's starting to understand that we can send heat and we can get through. And he's throwing it away a lot quicker than he did on that first sack, which is not good for our goal of 3+ sacks, well, 5+ sacks with the coaching goals. 3rd and 5 here. About midway through the second quarter, and another big throw to JSN down to the 17. All right, first down at the 17. Geno under pressure, big time. What in the world just happened to our pass rusher? What? Tell me you guys just saw that. He just... Look at him. Look at him. He just stopped. He's still there. And he lets Geno run it in for a touchdown. What in the hell happened? Madden, for the love of God. Oh my God, that's a sack. I still can't believe that just happened to Dennis. Or no, it was at Diaby. I think it was Diaby. I don't know. They both wear, well, one wears 8, the other one wears 0. They both wear a number that looks similar, but I don't care. One of them froze and stopped us from getting the sack and gave up the touchdown. That's crazy. Short run by White. I mean, there's got to be better ways to make the games interesting with the DDA or DAD, whatever it's called, in this game to try and keep games like relatively close to make them interesting, other than literally freezing a player on the field to allow a play to happen for the other team. Like, there's got to be a better way to showcase that. That's wow. And there goes Rachaad White, another big run for him. He'll get it to the 49. Looks like another big day for him with something we focused on, inside runs, and so far we've been very successful at doing them. 1st and 10, handoff. Samuel lowers the shoulder and he'll get 4. 3 receivers split, Godwin alone to the left. Handoff to White. We get to the second level, and there goes White with the speed. 20, 10, finally dragged down at the 5. 94 yards on the ground already. Rachaad White. I said it before the game. If he is on, the offense is on. And so far, that's proving to be correct. And now Taquan Samuel's going to come in and steal the touchdown, right? Oh, no, it's Nick Morgan. And he'll only get to the 2. Quick throw, and he missed him. He had him open. He just missed the throw. It was Taylor Wharton. Got to make up for it now. No, you can't fumble it too. No way, that was a fumble. He was down. Throw the flag. Stop. Make him stop running. Make him freeze. Make him freeze. Oh, what the hell is this? Okay, thank the Lord. We get the booth review. And rightfully so, we get the ball back. And we'll just have to take the points. What a turn of events that drive was. Looked like we were going to march right into the end zone, and then Trey Lance happened. 20-10, back on top by 10. You know, I'm sitting here watching this game, man, and this is a completely different Texans offense than we saw a week ago. As I say that, Nico Collins just caught a huge pass over the middle to get him across midfield. Okay. All right. Even real life, it just you know, clowns me every time I say something. But isn't that sort of funny, guys, for those of you who were here last year for the Texans franchise, and how Nico just kept making plays, but then it was sort of not enough room for him. We had to let him go. To see him just completely turn into an absolute stud in the NFL this year was sort of cool to see, man. Because Nico Collins was actually one of my favorite, like, underrated receivers. And there he goes again, another big play down to the 30. But he was one of my favorite, like, under-the-radar receivers to use in Madden. I would trade for him in a franchise I had on the side. And it's just really cool to see that stuff. Gino, there it is, second sack. All right, well, thanks to the sack, we ended up getting a short punt, and now we'll get to start near midfield. 1st and 10. Lance takes the snap. Fires. Wide open, Quez Watkins down to the 32. Lance back again over the middle. Watkins holds on. Big catches on back-to-back plays. Has us down to the 20-yard line. 104 and ticking. We still have 2 timeouts. Lance with the snap, looking, and he missed him again. Dude. It was an in-breaking route. He threw it outside. Like, these are the plays that stats don't show. It just shows as an incompletion. It doesn't show how bad of one it was. And then he'll make that kind of a play, and then everybody forgets about it. Well, I don't forget about it, all right? That was a good play there to James Blake. Get us to 1st and goal. 30 seconds. Still have both timeouts. Come on now. Let's get something good here going. Come on, Lance. Got him. Blake in for the touchdown. And we're going to make it a 17-point game going into the break. All right, so to open up the half, we went 3 and out. 3rd down was a horribly missed throw from Trey Lance to Chris Godwin. And then the Seahawks had like 1 or 2 first downs, but then it stalled out near midfield. Kicked it themselves back to us, went through the end zone, and now we have it here at the 20. And there he is, connecting with Godwin. Out to the 41, a big catch there to open up this drive. 3 catches, 47 yards for Godwin. As we'll go to White. White with a little stutter step, and he'll get 5, and it'll put him over the 100-yard mark. We'll go right back to him, why not? And he will get it down to the 45. Oh, a little read option, and Lance dragged down at the 37. Oh, another nice move from White. Man, this guy is just killing it this game. The movement he's got and the vision that he has to see the holes and find them is just, it is so fun to watch. Lance looking for Godwin. He throws it short. He had him absolutely wide open. If he just puts it up, that's probably a touchdown. I'm so sick of watching him miss these throws that are given to us. Oh, man. Come on, dude. And now he makes that one. Awesome. Awesome. Gets it down to the 1. It's Quez Watkins making the catch. 1st and goal. No way we can screw this up. Maybe an underneath route to Wharton here. Nope. The handoff to White, who dives over the top for the touchdown. And that lead is now extended. We got ourselves a blowout brewing here. Seattle Desperately looking for something. They won't find it on that play. Levante David comes spiraling through the hole, and he'll get the sack, and that's going to give us 3 sacks on the day. So we should have met that coaching goal. Now can we get 2 more to hit the scenario goal? And now can we get 2 more to hit the coaching goal is the question. Short throw to Metcalf. Is Davis gonna bring him down after 8? They'll get the yards they lost back. But now, once again, 3rd and long for Geno. Quick throw, beautiful route. He saw that immediately. Noah Fant over the middle on the seam, 6 for 51 for him. He has been a menace to deal with all over the field. And they're again trying to put it in the middle of traffic, and it was just a bad throw. You just don't throw that. At best, you're getting 5 yards. At worst, you're throwing an interception. As Walker trying to get outside, he'll get 4 on the play. The ground game, I think we did a good job deciding to shut down the run, because in the early game, they were actually giving him the ball a little bit, and they haven't really done that since then. Oh, a nice pass there for Lockett. Great stop route. He had Davis running 5 yards away before he realized that, hey, man, I'm just doing a little curl route here, man. You're lost in the sauce right now. 1st and 10. And, oh, man. And that's what I'm talking about. We are running to the ball every time it is handed off, and we are getting there quickly. 2nd and 8. We're already down to under a minute left in the 3rd quarter. That's crazy. Smith looks outside. He's got Lockett again, but Davis is draped all over him, and he's not going to get really anything on that play. 3rd and 8. Geno looking outside. He's got Metcalf. That time, Davis gets beat to the outside, and the big receiver, DK Metcalf, goes up and gets it. That play brought us to the end of the 3rd, and that was a big conversion. They have been desperately looking for something to get this offense moving. And a quick throw outside. JSN back from injury. He's not able to get anything. We rallied very well. It was Bronson on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Geno looking short to Fant. He makes the catch, but it goes out of bounds. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you got to try and push the ball downfield a little bit. You know, at least 5 yards downfield. Oh, my God, that was a dumb decision. They tried to run a reverse on 3rd and 10. And Jermaine Johnson was like, oh, yeah, I see this coming. I'm just going to stand here and just wait for him to come to me and tackle him. And now they're going to have to take a field goal. Wow, they're going to go for it. They are going to go for it here. I mean, I guess I get it. 24 points. And they're going to get it? You've got to be kidding me, guys. We're playing it like it's 4th and 30. There's nobody even within an arm's reach of their best receiver. Like, where is the coverage? That's so frustrating. Geno under pressure, rolls out, and he finds an open receiver. It's Kenneth Walker, and the Seattle Seahawks are finally going to get in the end zone to cut down this lead a little bit, make it a 17-point game now. Well, they went for the 2-point conversion, and Ryan Neal made a big play to break up the pass. And so now it is an 18-point game, 9:48 to go in this game. All we have to do is not lose it. That's literally it. We don't have to go and win it. Just don't lose it. That's it. And it's an easy advancement to the divisional round. So let's just stick to the ground. It's been working all day. Give it to White, give it to Samuel, and just let's run this clock down and go home with a victory. And now I'm assuming, though, Seattle is going to be privy to that information. And they are going to be strapping down on the run defense. There we go. A big pass to Watkins outside to move the chains. Nice play. I think Watkins is actually our leading receiver today. 6 for 93. Yeah, it's got to be. Hand off to White. Yep. Big run up the middle. Gain of 6. Here we go. Another handoff. And we'll get it close to the first down. 3rd and 1. This is sort of a big down here. We need to keep this drive going. And we're going to do it through the air. And it's caught. Wharton got hit twice, but holds on to both of them, or through both of them. Hand off to Samuel. And that just went nowhere. 2nd and 8. Hand off. White. Patiently looking for a lane, but Seattle did a good job there. They shut it off. He tried to bounce outside, but they had coverage out there. But now we're gonna have to throw it here to keep this drive going. Right there, he's open. I saw Blake come open. Oh, maybe not. Okay, he ran the other way. I thought he was going outside. We're gonna get it down to a 4th and 1, and we're probably gonna take the points. No, we're gonna go for it? Oh, we're just going for the dagger, huh? We're just going to put the nail in the coffin. You better hope you get this nail right, and you better hit it on the head. And we don't. Oh my God, this better not be the downfall. This better not be the downfall. I'm telling you right now. There's no way that's the downfall. That's not happening. This is way too comfortable of a lead. There's no way. Okay, well, that's not a good start. Defense. Remember what we were doing for 3.5 quarters? Let's do it again. Okay, that was shorter. I'm okay with that. Down to 3.5. Yeah, there's no way this is happening. We're good. They'll probably get like one more touchdown and that'll be it. And there we go underneath the Walker. He's got that down to the 25. And just like that, Seattle in field goal range. But of course, they want a touchdown. And Gino looking. Got JSN. He breaks free down to the 9. That was a good play. A better second effort from JSN. And Gino gonna take off with it. And he slides at the 3. Ah, man. I feel like he could have tried to put a juke down to get in the end zone. I mean, hey, I'm happy he decided not to score, but just looked like he didn't try enough. Uh-oh. Gino wide open. He was just standing there waiting for Gino to find him. And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the day. And that right there is the game. They tried the onside. It didn't work. We ran a couple of plays, got the first downs we needed, and we are going on to the divisional round of the playoffs. The last hurrah, I think, is what put us over the top. It just gave us that extra juice to go into this game with confidence. And we're going to send the Seahawks home. And now it's time to see who we are going to face for our next opponent. All right, before we see who our next opponent is, let's take a look at the two at the two scenarios we had to see what else we get. I think we even get more morale because we won. So let's check out the one last hurrah first. 2 more wins and we're in the Super Bowl. The guys are rallying around Levante and ready to win it all for him. Keep that energy up. Yeah. We got another plus 10 morale guy. I think we're being pushed to the Super Bowl here, guys. I'm not joking. I've seen this before, and it can really force a team to win a lot of games. That's going to be interesting to see next episode here. And then the weakest link. Let's see what that said. Well, that was us getting pass rush. We got that. And now our defense just got a plus 5 morale on top of the plus 10, on top of the plus 10. So we're going to be all sorts of jacked up going into this division game. And there it is, guys. We are going to be traveling to Dallas to take on the number 2 seed Dallas Cowboys in the divisional round of the playoffs. Wow. That's going to be a big matchup, a tough one at that. 87 overall defense, 85 overall offense. We're mismatched on both sides of the ball. Well, not necessarily. We're tied on offense to defense ranking, and then their defense is better than our offense. So it's going to be a good matchup. But as for this video, that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below. Again, who do you guys think are going all the way to the Super Bowl in real life? And also, what do you think of Trey Lance? Does he have it in him to lead us to the Super Bowl? And does that change everything if we advance far enough in the playoffs? Am I obligated to give this guy a contract? I don't know, man. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Before you head out, if you could leave a like, that would be appreciated. Subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that bell notification so you know when these videos go up. And I will see you guys next time.